Hey there, Maine. My name is Siobhan, and this year, as you already know probably, this year's theme for Black History is focused on health, wealth, and well-being. So a little bit about myself. I've been working as an accountant these past 7 years, primarily in public accounting, but I have switched over to a private accounting firm. So today my focus is on the wealth aspect, and I want to talk to you today about budgeting. So what is budgeting? Book definition is that budgeting is the process of calculating how much money you must earn or save during a particular period of time, and planning how you will spend it. So why is budgeting so important? Well, it gives you control over your money. It gives you the peace of mind, not having any surprises pop up, and it allows you to set financial goals whenever you're ready to prioritize family living, any new investments you plan. Just gives you the power to choose your finances as you come across them. So a couple of fast facts about budgeting is that only 32% of U.S. households actually prepare a monthly budget. And out of that 32%, only 70 are actually tracking their spending against that budget, which is the key purpose of budgeting. So the primary focus that I want to spend today on talking about budgeting is the 50-30-20 budget rule. The 50-30-20 budgeting rule breaks down your net income and earnings based on your needs, wants, and savings. So 50% of your net income should be based upon your needs, which is going to be your housing, the groceries, transportation, health insurance, and all the bills, of course. The 30% is going to be the wants that you want, so travel, entertainment, food, shopping, of course, we all love to shop, and hobbies. And then the remaining 20% is your savings. So whenever that emergency happens or something unexpected pops up, you know that you have that remaining balance always for that safety fund. So to wrap everything up, thanks again for tuning into the Health, Wealth, and Wellbeing series. And please make sure that you guys are filing your taxes online and implementing the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dr. Faith Young, and I'm with Ascension Mercy. I'm a faith community nurse, and I am excited to have Kelly Howell with me here today. Kelly is an epidemiologist from the Kane County Health Department. And Kelly, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. We are looking forward to hearing an update on African American health. It is Black History Month, and we do believe that Black health matters. So thank you so much for being with us and sharing this information.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm looking forward to sharing what I've got today.
Please go right ahead.
Okay, so just a quick view of our residents in Kane County. So who lives here? We are about 50-50 male, female, when we look at the county as a whole. And in the chart on the right-hand side, when we're looking at the age breakdown of those in our county, the residents 35 to 64 make up the largest percentage of those who are living here. When we look at race, 71% of our population is white, and roughly 5.4% of our population identify themselves as Black or African American. Our ethnicity breakdown for the county is about a third who identify as Hispanic, so that is a pretty large number overall for our county. When we move and look at income, and we're looking at median household income across different racial groups within the county, those who identify as non-Hispanic Blacks earn the lowest median income when compared to other races and ethnicities.
So when we look at that, it looks like African Americans are about $40,000 plus less than our Caucasian counterparts. So that's a significant. Thank you.
Yeah. When we move on and look at poverty, about 8.5% of our residents in total are living below the federal poverty level. And when we look at across racial and ethnic groups within the county, our Black population, the largest percentage are experiencing life below the federal poverty level. So again, that's a pretty significant number when you consider only 5.4% of the total population of the county is Black or African American, and then 22% of that 5% is living below the federal poverty level. So that is a significant number of people. And again, a stark increase over those who identify as white within the county. About a 4 times greater. When we look at overall life expectancy among our residents, on the left, total years of life, our non-Hispanic Black population within the county has the lowest life expectancy within our residents, and about average of 6 years less of life than people who identify as white within the county. And then
you know what? I'm so sorry. Kelly, can we just go back to that one? I just want to make sure that I got this right, that I heard this right.
This one?
So yes, for this one. So is it 22% of African Americans that are living in King County are living, at a poverty level, or is it of the 8.5%?
It's of the 8.5%.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's extremely significant. I just wanted to make sure that I heard that correctly. So,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
okay, very good. Yeah, it's significant that of those that are living in poverty, that African Americans are making up almost a quarter of that, and our population is only 5.4%.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yes. And so when we look at premature death on the right-hand side, which is the years per life lost before the age of 75, again, the non-Hispanic Black population within the county has the highest number of years per life lost when you're comparing to other races and ethnicities in the county, and almost double the years of life lost when compared to the non-Hispanic whites in the county.
That's an astounding, that just really is something to grapple with when you think about years lost.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we're saying is that this is a cumulative look at the years lost of life for African Americans, is that per 100,000 people is how you're looking at it.
Correct.
So that's just pretty, that's very significant. And then to also look to see that, the age, the life expectancy gap between African Americans and Caucasians is 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
We're losing 6 years of life, on average. So that is just really, wow. Thank you very much.
It's a big number. Mm-hmm. When we turn and look at births, this is the percentage of births that are low birth weight when they're born. So our infants that are born with low birth weight. Again, the non-Hispanic Black population has the highest percentage of births occurring with low birth weight, which can lead to other poor health outcomes in those infants. And then when we look at teen births in the chart on the right, this is births per 1,000 for females ages 15 to 18. And again, the non-Hispanic Blacks and our Hispanic residents have the highest number of teen births when compared to non-Hispanic whites and non-Hispanic Asians. Again, the numbers are quite startling.
Yeah, they are. They are, absolutely. We have the highest percentage of teen births as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when we're looking at infant mortality, which is the number of infant deaths, so within that first year of life per 1,000 live births, non-Hispanic Blacks, when compared with non-Hispanic whites and Hispanics, which is who we have the data for in the county,
Sure.
Non-Hispanic Blacks have the highest number of deaths in infants per 1,000 births. Again, a threefold increase over non-Hispanic whites. And then on the right, the child mortality, which is the number of deaths under the age of 18 years old per 100,000 people. Non-Hispanic Blacks experience the highest number of deaths in children under the age of 18.
So our children are dying at greater proportions than any other. Is that okay?
Yep, infants and
18 and
children.
under. Sure.
Mhm. Yep.
That is. Yep. Thank you.
So we'll take a quick look at these health disparities. We do a community health assessment at the health department, and it helps us to identify those areas of need within the community and where our disparities may exist, so we can focus on our vulnerable populations and try and meet the areas of highest need. So that's what this chart shows from that report. These are our populations where these indicators are most negatively felt. So for our Black and African American population, they are most negatively affected, or more negatively affected than the other groups, for hospitalization rates due to mental health in general, for suicide, hospitalization rates for opioid and substance abuse, and then at the bottom, our population over 65 who are living below the poverty level.
Thank you.
And for these two tables, like the one before, it shows those groups for these different measures that are most negatively impacted. So the top table looks at accessing mental health services. So our Black and African American population has significantly harder time accessing mental health services. And the table below, table 11, just shows that our Black and African American residents have a significantly harder time accessing all health services, not just those for mental health. But the need for mental health services is, continuing to grow. And so do you want to step in here?
I do. So with that, yeah, thank you so much for that information. It allows us to know that, we really do, as African Americans, do need to focus on mental health. And so I'm really excited about being able to offer a program that's going to be kicking off in April. And it is just to really give people the tools to combat stress, combat anxiety, combat depression. Wonderful, wonderful faith-based program to give us a reset that we need. We know that we handle stress so much more different than others do, and we really internalize that, and it shows up in our health outcomes. And so really excited to be able to offer this opportunity to our parishioners here in King County.
That's so exciting. A great opportunity. So now we're going to turn to some individual health indicators for everyone to look at. So the first one we'll start with is the hospitalization rate due to diabetes. And this is, again, within the county and across different racial and ethnic groups. We can see that Blacks and African Americans have a much higher rate of hospitalization due to diabetes, a pretty significant rate higher. When we look at the death rate due to stroke within the county, again, across racial and ethnic groups, our Black and African American population bears the burden of deaths due to stroke as well. When we take a look at deaths due to coronary heart disease by race and ethnicity, sorry, our Black and African American population is pretty comparable to whites, but again, both are elevated, higher than they should be. And looking at the hospitalization rate due to hypertension, again, our Black and African American population is impacted heavily by hypertension.
This always gets me. What is that? Is that 5 times more? I mean, that is just incredible.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have high blood pressure, and it's another thing to be hospitalized due to complications from high blood pressure. I mean, it's not easy to do.
Mhm.
So it's an area of opportunity for us. And the good news is that we can bring these numbers down. So
Mhm.
thank you for sharing this.
Sure. And then for all cancers, this is looking at all malignant cancers. Black and African Americans have the highest mortality rate due to all cancers. And this is through 2018, which is the most recent data available from the National Cancer Institute. We'll switch quickly to COVID. This chart on the left is looking at all of Illinois, so this represents the whole state. But on the left column, you can see the green band is our non-Hispanic Black population within Illinois. But you can see on the COVID-19 associated deaths and loss of a primary caregiver, they're bearing the burden of both of those poor outcomes higher than any other race within the state. And so I'm just going to leave this as a parting thought.
Yeah, your life, your health are in your hands. Take charge right now. And thank you so much for sharing this information. It's not easy information for us to look at. But one of the things that is helpful for me to understand is the impact, right, that life change can have on these indicators, right? Healthy nutrition, incorporating more fruits, vegetables, and fiber in our diets is a game changer when it comes to looking at diabetes, for instance, and incorporating more physical activity. So there's so much that we can do to impact these numbers, and there's so much that we are ready to do here in Kane County. So I'm really excited about our Lenten health initiative that's going to be coming in just a couple of weeks. It's a 40 days of prayer, fasting, and fitness, where we're incorporating prayer and really seeking God about our health and about our life circumstances, as well as incorporating a plant-based fast, where we're really going to be focusing on more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, and so really reducing processed foods, sugar, and fat. So, and then the other thing is we're going to be exercising more, Kelly. We are targeting exercising at least 5 days a week,
That's
30
excellent.
to 60 minutes. Yeah, it's a game changer. This can change, so much with what these, with the numbers that we're seeing here. So we're excited about this opportunity.
Never too late to start.
It's the time for us is right now. And so my name is Faith Nyong, that's Faith. My email is .nyong@ascension.org. That's faith.nyong@ascension.org. And I'm just really looking forward to working with all of us coming together, as an African-American church community here in Kane County and getting healthier. So thank you so much. We appreciate you sharing this information. Please continue to keep us updated.